What's up, guys? What is going on? It's your boy Kev. Just give me a second here. Pulling something up. Very, very, very rough night for the New York Yankees. The Yankees, let's fall short again. Um, Now they are out of first place, and what's going on over here? They are out of first place, and now they got swept by the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a while. I know I have a lot of people. Sometimes they text me like, "Yo, what happened?" I try. It ain't easy to run your own channel. Doing shorts, doing everything, doing the thumbnails, doing all the background stuff. It's. I'm getting better at it as time goes by. I still do this with the love of this team and the passion, and at times, yes, it may be reactionary, and at times it may be whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, this is covering the New York Yankees on NYY Underground with Pete and Francis doing Bronx or Nothing, and just being in that big community and talking with people on X and Twitter, and it's just frustrating in the time that we live in now, because everything is about haha I told you, or haha you were wrong, or these games that people play online. And at the end of the day, I don't do this for other people. Like, it's like I don't do this uh, for to be right. I don't do this to be the smartest guy in the room, or these. I don't. I like the reason I do this is because I love this team, and traditional media has gone a little to a side where a lot of people are looking into outlets like these to get to get real fan point of views and be able to interact with other fans, and see if maybe what you're seeing is maybe not what you think, and that's what they try to sell you because of the numbers. And listen, I'm one guy that I get called on other spaces. I get called like I'm the analytical guy, or I'm the one who believes in analytics too much. I'm told like, Kev, batting average this, batting average that, and uh, there's a lot of conversations we can have baseball wise. Right now, the Yankees are struggling to just put W's up on the board. They can't win close games. They've come back in a couple of these games, and they can't solidify the win if it's not Devin Williams, is Mark Leiter Jr. If it's not somebody, it's somebody else. Is it? Are we starting to see? David Cohn alluded to this. Are we starting to see where maybe pitching starters 5 innings will tax your bullpen super early? What's up, Killer? Shout out, bro. Uh, any questions? Just drop them in the chat. We can just have a Q and A and talk, man. The Yankees are struggling, and going back to David Cohn's point, is it? Are we starting to see now that because the pitcher's only pitching 5 innings, are we the bullpen's getting taxed sooner, or what's going on? And it's there's a June swoon with the Yankees, or summer. It happened in June, July, August, the last 4 or 5 years. Shout out to Yankee Slut. Yankee Slut was very had a great tweet, which I'm about to read in a couple. When it comes to the Yankees and these slides, and it's sad and it's annoying, and as a Yankee fan, we want to rip our eyes out because it seems to happen every year, and your eyes are not deviating, your eyes are not lying to you. The Yankees have an issue where they go on these stretches that are really, really bad, that they should not go through. That a good team does not go through a stretch this bad. They will go into 500, less than 500 in stretches, but to go 4 and 16 and shit like this does not happen as much as they want you to believe. So uh, let's start off with tonight's game. I mean, Clark didn't have it, and he ended up leaving early because of injury. That's one thing that's haunted Clark Schmidt for a while, is not being able to stay on the field. So it's frustrating to see that. We're still waiting on to see what's going to happen with that. Who's going to be the next guy up? With the Yankees, you just never know. So I don't want to go in too deep into with that. I think it would be Cam Schlittler. Shout out to Carlos and Yankees Farm. He thinks is going to be Beck. So it'd be interesting to see who the Yankees end up going with. If Clark ends up missing some time, The Yankees are going to face the Mets now, and the Mets aren't doing too good, man. So if the Yankees can't win a series against the Mets, I don't know what to tell you, man. The Mets and the Yankees are playing as equal as they play right now. It's a mid-off this weekend. For America's birthday, we're going to have a mid-off. Tomorrow is Stroman versus Frankie Montas, so maybe you see some fireworks offensively from both teams because they'll have guys like Frankie Montas and Stroman on the mound. So I just want a good game, even if the Yankees lose. You can have an exciting game. I don't want like these games where it's like the Yankees hitting with scoring position. Did you know that the Yankees are hitting 100 points under average with guys on second with no outs? You heard that. Guys at second with no outs, the New York Yankees are below 100 points below the average in MLB. That's a stat for you guys who love stats. Shout out to Victor. What's up, my guy? Let me read what after tonight's loss. By the way, let me read what Brian Hoke tweeted. Aaron Boone addressed the team briefly tonight. He said he wants the players to be unfazed by the recent stretch. Jazz Chisholm said Boone reminded them that they are the best team in the league. I believe the Yankees are right now they've fallen to the 6th, 7th, 8th record-wise in the league. You can no longer say that. You can't continue to play the way you play and then go out there and say that you're the best team in the league. You think, like, unfazed, you guys should be pissed off that you guys just played the last two division series besides the one with the Orioles, the Boston Red Sox and this. You guys basically let both of those teams take a shit right in front of your house, and you couldn't say anything. That's what happened. You know, like that neighbor that lets your dog shit in your lawn? That's what the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox just did to the New York Yankees, and the Yankees just seem to go on and take it. It's like the Yankees know that other teams will play up better to that team's potential because it's the Yankees, and the Yankees treat it as just another game. Well, yes, the philosophy behind that is solid. You want to treat it as another game, but you still have to have some pride, and you still have to want to win those battles with your division rival, because then you end up in situations like this. The Dodger series, yes, Victor, the Dodger series as well. They fucking sucked. They let the Dodgers walk all over them again, which pissed me off. If you're going to lose with grace, lose with dignity, and lose fighting. You're still the New York Yankees, and my point is, you guys want to have all those fancy suites and everything in Yankee Stadium and Yankee tradition and all that stuff, and then you go out there and lay an egg like the way you do sometimes. So that's what really pisses me off. But tonight, Clark ended up not having it. Then they put out of all, and this is where I mean, like, where is it Boone? Is it the front office? At this point, we don't know. Like, a game we just tied. The game is tied 3-3, and you guys feel like you got to put Beater back in. This is the first time we see Beater, and guess what? He was optioned right after that tonight. It's like this is where we're gonna see Beater. Like this is the first time we see Beater, and you're gonna put him in a situation like this. He gives up 3 runs. Then you go into Mark Leiter, and like he didn't pitch. He didn't pitch bad, but he's been struggling. Mark Leiter Jr. is, if I'm not mistaken, has a 4 ERA. I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me just go to Yankees box score real quick. This is ridiculous, bro. Like, this is what I mean with players, where the Yankees just want to continue to shove players down your throat and tell you that this guy is good, this guy's good. Mark Leiter Jr. he did have a. Listen, he goes through stretches where, like, I like Mark Leiter and I understand why the Yankees get him. He's at a 4.5 ERA now. As a Yankees, he's been the same thing last year. Last year he had what? A 4.5 ERA in 60 games last year. He's at 40 games right now, 40 appearances. This is another guy. Yankees traded for him, and it has to work out. Loizaga, he was able to get him 4 outs. I feel like the Yankees sometimes try to stretch Loizaga for two innings, like 6 outs. That's not who Johnny Lowe is, man. He's a 1 inning, maybe 4 out guy. And Weaver, I mean, shout out to Springer, because Springer's sometimes you got to tip your hat. Springer's on a tear. He's been killing the Yankees, so shout out to Springer. I can't go ahead and knock Springer for that. So shout out to him. Give me 1 second. So I want to get into like a little bit about Jason had a good night tonight. He had what was it, 4 hits? Let's go through this. Yeah, Jason 4 hits. His OPS is now up to 750. Um, Bellinger 2 hits. The Judge got walked like twice tonight. It's insane. But will Jason sit tomorrow now? Because he's had multiple hits in multiple games now. Ben Rice, uh, he hit the ball in the nose a couple of times again tonight. Went straight to a glove. Ben Rice is officially the unluckiest player in baseball. Shout out to Thomas. I forgot his name. He does a great job. I think it's Thomas Nitto. I think it is. Let me see. He tweeted the list of the unluckiest players in baseball. I'll tell you right now. 1 second. Player in uno segundo. Por favor. Thank you so much. Smack that like for me, guys, if you can. I know I saw like there's only like 10 people here. This is later than I want to get on, but I was just on with Brox or nothing for a while, and I decided to do one right quick because I haven't done one in a while, so I could get a couple of shorts out of this one and then do a couple more. Maybe tomorrow, right before the Mets series, I'll do another. 1 second. And don't mind my kid in the background. He's yelling, playing Rainbow Six Siege. All right, so let me see here. Sorry, guys. Victor Epic Warrior Williams said something about being used too much. Wants to pitch 1 inning. Well, he's also on a contract year, so I mean that's normally what they like to do. I'm gonna pull up Yankees slut tweet, which is very good, man. Sometimes you just here we go, Yankee slut. It's a good follow on X. I will reiterate my comments. One second, I'm pulling it up, guys. We will play today, we will lose today. That's a funny one. Where's that tweet, man? Come on, Yankee slut. So the New York Yankees, the last 3 years, let me see. 13 losses in 19 game spans. The Yankees have 34. The Dodgers have 0. But the last 3 years, the Yankees have gone in stretches of 10, 17, 12, 12, 21, 12, 24. He did have a better tweet where he like went into an in-depth analysis, and I'm trying to find that. 1 second. Like this is another tweet, and this is something that we've been talking about at NYU and everything like that, guys. So, for example, he's saying, um, let me see if I could. All right, you guys should be able to see that. My fault, man. I'm trying my best, guys. All right, I'm trying my best. Um, no. Okay, here we go. While the New York Yankees could certainly use some external help, no trade deadline acquisitions will have any bearing on their struggles with extra inning road games, summer months, fundamentals, periodic. These particular struggles span years and transcend all player personnel. We've been talking about fundamentals, and I was blocked by Chris Shit Takes Kirshner about this shit. Summer months, we're just talking about that now. Extra innings, the Yankees can't win close games. That's not good. We've been talking about that as well. I'm trying to find his. Let's see, I wish you just put it here. Oh, here we go. I'm going to read this to you guys. Are you guys ready? All right. Are the Yankees in annual summer downturns a normal part of the game, or are they unique? Last night, by the way, Aaron Boone did say this as well. Last night, the Aaron Judge had this to say to the Yankees' current 6-13 spell. We're going to go through the we're going to go through 2 of these a year. Every good team does it. So they're going to go through this twice a year. As a quick spot check, I looked up recent data on the Los Angeles Dodgers to see if they had endured any 6-13s or worse stretches. Turned out they hadn't in 4 seasons. That was for the Dodgers. But I wanted to go a little deeper and review a whole league. By the way, we covered this in Yankees Farm, but some people don't. I mean, Bronx or Nothing, but some people are not. They don't watch Bronx or Nothing on this channel, so I'm doing this again as well. But I want to go a little deeper and review the whole league. There are a lot of ways to dig into this question, but here's how I went about it. I'm defining a good team as any team that finishes the season with 90 wins. Going back 5 seasons, 2020 to 2024, I took the New York's worst stretch within each season and checked to see if any 90-win team had a stretch as bad or worse in that same season. Between 2020 and 2024, there were 41 non-New York Yankee teams with wins 90 games or more. Here's the breakdown of what I found. In 2020, Yankees' worst stretch was 4-15. Teams with an equivalent worst stretch or worse, 0. 2021, the Yankees' worst stretch was 10-22. Number of 91 teams with an equivalent or worse stretch, 0. 2022, the Yankees go on 10-17. Number of teams, 91 teams that went to equivalent or worse stretches, 3. Yankees' worst stretch 2023 is 12-21. Number of 90-win teams with equivalent worst stretch, 2. 2024, last year, 12-24. Number of 91. By the way, we had Soto. Number of 90-win teams with an equivalent or worse stretch, 0. So in totality, 5 teams in 5 years. While the Yankees have had this consecutive stretch or worse every year, including 2025, there's only been 5 teams that have done this, and 5 out of 41. None of them were repeated. These are the teams. It was Toronto, Cleveland, Seattle in 2022, and Tampa Bay and Texas in 2023. In other words, there were one-off events in every case except in the case of the Yankees. The Yankees have produced unusually extended poor stretches in 5 consecutive seasons and are now possibly mirrored in their 6th. If the Yankees have also produced several largely unmatched positive stretches in recent history, most notably their 61-23 start in 2022, their 49-21 start in 2024. While the negative stretches were very substantial, these positive spans were far greater, leading to a strong overall record in their respective seasons. I don't want to continue to read the everything, but this is the wide pattern that follows: scorching unbeatable when they're super good, common slump, extended slump, extraordinary extended slump threatened status of the season, and they stabilize somewhere, and then stabilize somewhat, broken, and then enter October. And that's what the Yankees have been doing for the last 5 years, guys. It's just frustrating to watch. At the end of the day, I can't tell you how much, as a Yankee fan, it's really frustrating to see the Yankees go through these stretches and not being able to snap out of it. There's one common denominator. If you love Boone or not, I'm not going to go into that anymore. I think we're beating a dead horse at the end of the day. Guys like Keith McPherson and other people are starting to talk about the same things that we've been saying at NYYU and all that when it comes to these things. So if you want to not believe it, that's on you. If you want to, that's fine. The Yankees are struggling again for like the 5th year in a row. What's up, Becker? How's it going? Yeah, Victor, that was a crazy breakdown. It's great to know that the Yankee sled is huge, man. He's really nice. He's really good at what he does. He's calling it like it is with numbers, with people, because we've been saying this for the longest. We just don't have like I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, that's a lot of work. And shout out to him. That's why I shouted him out. I posted him on the stream and everything, and I said he's a good follow because I mean he had time to go back there and tell us what our eyes been seeing for a while. This has been a product since 2021. You're right, little Jay. I mean it's not nothing new. So what is the common denominator? It's Cashman and Boone and the Yankee front office. We don't got to tell you guys, man. I'm sorry, but these managers at times they get the lineups, they get the pre-games, and they don't divert far from what the plan is, and the teams go in these stretches and they don't show any urgency. And now look, yeah, we have to sweep the Mets. I mean, to be if we sweep the Mets, then yes, I mean being swept by the Toronto Blue Jays wouldn't be the worst thing. But I think they're gonna throw Sprout on Saturday. We should be able to beat Frankie Montas, even though we have Stroman on the mound, so you never know how that goes. Tonight we had to use Weaver, which sucks. So let's see. I mean, I don't know. We get game one, then you have Rodon against Sprout, and then you have Max Fried on Sunday. So if we are able to get the first two, I'm gonna feel very good. But going back to what we're talking about, listen, man, I'm gonna play this for you guys. 1 second. Let me go to my page.
Ends up crushing. Let's see.
Okay. Guys ready? All right, let's go back. This is your boy. By the way, I was looking at this and I was like, now is a good time. Gary Sheffield Jr. was like, Anthony Volpe's hitting 229 this year with a 228. He's a 228 hitter for his career and 1,500 at bats, basically. What does that mean? I was like, I'm not even going to comment or anything. I'm just going to quote tweet. I think, I'm not going to lie, I was cracking up when I saw this whole thing unravel. Yes, I like to see Cashman fired up and pissed off because, but at the same time, it was everything he was spewing was pure arrogance. This is where he said we're pretty fucking good, and then after that, they went ahead and they paid somebody to show them how to audit themselves, and they audited themselves. They paid somebody to show them how they audit, and then they said, "Thank you for the information. We're gonna audit ourselves." They didn't let anybody see their stuff. So I want to go ahead and play this.
Let's see. So if Volpe ends up crushing it this year, are you going to be like, hey, I guess their development system does produce hitters?
I've reviewed the movies in front of me. The movies this year weren't good.
Okay,
if the movies are good, next year we'll have a different discussion.
All right, and then I can hear you say, you know what? Remember last year? I look forward to that. I look forward to you telling me that when Volpe crushes it offensively this year, that when Volpe crushes it offensively this year.
Yeah, sure.
That you'll say.
Wait. Let me hear that again. What was that, Cash?
Look forward to you telling me that when Volpe crushes it offensively this year for us, that you'll say, "Hey, man, I guess your development program did a good job." And it was just sea legs under him his first maiden voyage year with not much AAA under his belt. It's pretty basic.
Maiden voyage years were not enough sea legs in under his legs. I mean, now we're talking about fucking sea legs and shit, bro. That's what we're doing right now. Oh my God, bro. I can't I can't listen, I'm not gonna sit here and I don't hate Volpe. I think he's a solid player, a great glove at times, because right now his glove is taking a step back. My whole issue is Becker, the overhypeness of it all. You overhyped Volpe. You skipped out on Corey Seager, and Trey Turner because you had Anthony Volpe, and then you sold everybody, and you put Anthony Volpe up there with Judge and Max Fried. You're gonna have a guy who was career 225 hitter with no slug. He's under 700 career OPS guy right now. I think he just got to Let me see. Today he had a hit, so he's at 702. Right now, he's one bad game from being under 700 OPS. He finally got a dinker to fall after 152. He has a total of, because he got on with another two guys on base in the runners and score position. So now I think he's at 154 left on base. That's going to be hard for Castellanos to beat. So listen, man, it's not that I'm like we're hating Volpe and anything like that. What we're saying is the Yankees front office sold us like Volpe was the next coming of anybody. I'm not going to mention that guy's name, and of course, nobody should be compared to him. And this is why I don't like when they were like George Lombard number 2. Wearing, you know who else wore number 2 and why? Let's stop that shit. Stop comparing these Yankee prospects to Yankee greats. Let them be who they are and be their own and pave their own way. When Jeter came up, nobody was saying that this dude was anybody like Phil Rizzuto. Like I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hear that Judge was Mickey Mantle either or anything like that, and he's having Mickey Mantle years. His offense is insane, bro. So it's like, let these guys be who they're going to be. Stop comparing them to these whatever and stop forcing it down the Yankee fans' throats and you guys trying to tell us, no, this kid is good. And then look what happens. Now the fans don't want him. Now the fans think he sucks because you guys painted him out to be an insane hitter. When at best, he's going to be a subpar bat with great defense. And if he has great defense, nobody, because he makes some great plays. Yes, if he has that type of defense like he's had the prior 2 years, because this year he is struggling defensively. If he has that defense, then we're okay with his bat fluctuating the way it does. But not the way it is right now. He's not hitting. He's not fielding as well. And then you're trying to hit him 5th and 6th all the time. It's just frustrating. It's infuriating. And the Yankees have nobody else to blame but themselves. If you want to blame the player a little bit, that's fine. But they didn't put him in that position. Volpe's a 7, 8, 9 hitter at best. And that's what he should be. And there's nothing wrong with that if you have great defense. There's nothing wrong with being a 7 through 9 hitter if you have great defense. So I'm just tired of that. And it's time to DFA DJ LeMahieu. I'm going to wrap this up in about 4 minutes. I only wanted to do a half an hour here. Just live, give you guys some content. Got a big series coming up with the Mets. Just want to shout out Little J again and Epic Warrior and Becker. Show some urgency. Victor says Yankees haven't been good against the Mets since the 2020s. But I think the year the whistle with the Javi Baez, I think they split that year. And I think we just took the first time we took the series this year, so the first half. So if we take this series, this will be the first time since 2020 that the Yankees do end up edging out the Max. You are right there. When it comes to Subway Series, Soto will go nuclear against the Yankees. He's hot right now, man. I don't know. The good thing is that he's gonna face two lefties. He's gonna face Rodon and he's gonna face Max Fried. Rodon was able to keep him afloat last time. Let's see how he does if Rodon takes him deep. Max Fried, I think Max Fried will get him. That's one guy that Soto struggles against is Max Fried, I think. If I'm not mistaken, in his career, he does. But, yeah. Volpe for a fast player should be high on base. Yeah, I mean, he should be looking to walk more and steal bases. I mean, I agree. If he had more plate discipline, man, if he would walk a little more and have a little bit more plate discipline, he hits in the 235s, 240s, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you got to hit 220 and you got to hover around 300, 290 on base, man. That's rough. That's rough to look at. Yeah, DFA Peraza too. Like, I don't know why we keep holding on to these guys, bro. Like, it's really frustrating. I said this. DFA either Peraza or DJ LeMahieu, and if DJ really can't play third, then you got to cut ties with DJ LeMahieu. Give Jesus Rodriguez some opportunity. He's hitting 295 in the minors. I'm gonna show you his numbers right now because here we go. Because I'm gonna put this. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Jesus Rodriguez, Yankees, minor leagues. He's a catcher playing third base. He's 23. Look at this. Here's Jesus Rodriguez. He was at the spring breakout game. He was with the Yankees in the spring training as well. Had a decent, if I'm not mistaken. Did he have a decent spring training? I don't remember. Let me see something. I don't remember. It's not. I thought you could switch this to spring training at times. All right, so here, he's hitting 291 with a 380 on base, 362 slug. He hasn't slugged. He's not a pop guy. He's like a 8 to 10 home run guy, but he's a high batting average guy. Good speed, 742 OPS. Last year he had 302. The year before he had 310. He's raked in every division he's been in the minors. The kid is a hit tool. Like the guy can hit. So he's gotten better with his glove. He's been playing third base now for some time. So that's one guy I would like the Yankees to see give a shot to. And like, why are we continuing to hold on to guys like Peraza or DJ LeMahieu? I mean, they're just literally offering nothing. Don't tell me that this guy can't hit more than 150. And then if you want to bring in Peraza or DJ LeMahieu in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning for defense, then you do that. But start the game off with the kid. Give him a shot. Jazz is literally struggling at third, telling you like he's not comfortable. Like the Yankees were on top of Mount Everest when they were winning a month and a half ago, while Jazz was playing second. They went for the run prevention. The infield was playing good defense, and then you go on, and some reason now you swap and you put DJ just to give DJ reps, just because he's playing. So you mean to tell me just because DJ's making $15 million, we got to find out bats for the guy? And I hate that we have to go into the DJ LeMahieu because it's not only all on him. All I'm trying to say is, like, we continue to do the same thing over and over again. It was DJ LeMahieu the last 2 years. It was Josh Donaldson the 2 years before that. I think it was 2018, 2019. Shout out to NYY Underground. Pete, what's up, my guy? Remember Neil Walker? Remember that fuck? Neil fucking Walker. When was Neil Walker? When was Neil Walker, guys? I'm telling you right now. Neil Walker was 2018. He hit 219. Negative .4 WAR, bro. He played 114 games with the Yankees, bro, in 2018. Neil fucking Walker. So this is not something new that the Yankees are doing. The Yankees been doing this shit for the longest. So at what point can we just if this is gonna happen, we play Russian roulette with some of the guys you have in the minors. The boys from Queens, they got Beatty, Mauricio, Acuna Jr. They sent down Alvy. So it's like, what are we doing? Chase Headley. That's all I'm saying. You have guys that could give you reps. Don't tell me that Jesus is gonna hit less than 150 than what Peraza is doing. If the glove's not there, that's fine. But it gives you a little bit more flexibility because Jesus is also another guy who can catch. For some reason the Yankees love to have guys who can catch and play other positions. So you got to make a decision between Peraza and you got to make a decision between Peraza and DJ. Sorry, I had a brain freeze there. But listen, man, and it's just like, oh, well, what if you need a glove, whatever? There's a lot of guys that can play good defense. That you have Squid in the minors. There's guys you could put in the bench that have good defense, bro. Don't give me that shit. You have Alexander Vargas in the minors. If you don't think he can hit it at a major league level, I mean, we're not seeing anything from Peraza that can say that he can hit at the major league level. So it's just like, I don't know. That's a kid. Also, yeah, Alexander Vargas is Rule 5. There's a bunch of Rule 5 guys the Yankees are about to lose for nothing, and they don't give somebody a shot. You never know who's going to end up being a spark that you need. I mean, remember when the Yankees were going through their swoon and we were asking for Peraza to come up, but then who did we get? We got Cabrera, and Cabrera played well in the outfield, and he was a spark that the Yankees needed at that time. So it's just we've seen it time and time again where sometimes it's just you need that new blood injected into the team. It's gotten to that point again this season where they're just struggling, and it's getting very tiring to continue to see the Yankees go through this shit over and over and over again. And to my point about that video with Cashman.
Let's be like, hey, I guess they all right, and then I can hear you say, you know what? Remember last year? I look forward to that. I look forward to you telling me that when Volpe crushes it offensively this year for us, that when Volpe crushes it offensively, forward to you telling me that when Volpe crushes it offensively.
All right. Well, Volpe crushes it offensively next year, whatever the case may be. By the way, that's heading to 500,000 views. It's not that I do things for clickbaiting or anything like that. I organically don't do it. I just love how sometimes I do little things like that without much. It's happened already a couple times when I'll just do something with a picture or a video, and it just goes nuts because it's just things like when you've been a fan of the Yankees long enough, you remember I heard him say something about this, and I don't believe in hot and cold. Urshela is no Josh Donaldson. Aaron Boone saying if you don't believe Josh Donaldson MVP guy could come back, you're out of your mind. Willie Calhoun could bang. All these sayings, everything you remember. The internet is forever. I remember like when I was like, you can't outrun and everybody wants to hold content creators to their word at X, but they don't want to hold these guys to their word. It's funny. The guys who defend Cashman and Boone is the greatest manager on planet Earth, we can't use their own words against them, but they love to use our tweets against us. We just content creators covering the team with opinions, and we could be wrong. If Volpe ends up having an 800 OPS and fucking rakes and comes back and also wins the Gold Glove, you think I'm going to be upset? You think I care more about me being wrong than Anthony Volpe is not hitting than what can help the Yankees win? You're out of your mind. The number one thing in my mind as a fan is that the Yankees to win and to be a better team. I do not care if I'm right or wrong. Everybody's gonna have right takes, wrong takes, left takes, north takes, south takes. It doesn't fucking matter. We do this thing to create content to cover the Yankees. We do this for fun and for the community that it builds. We're not in here to be like, ha, I told you so. That's not why we do this. That's for fucking 15-year-olds and 20-year-olds and grown-ass men who sit behind a spreadsheet and all they want to do is watch games with fucking a bunch of formulas and shit like that, like it's a fucking algebra test or you're fucking working at NASA. Like, what the fuck we're doing? This is fucking baseball, bro. Like, don't give me that shit. You're just upset that we're calling this shit out again. That and I'm not here to shit on analytics. I do actually love analytics more and more, and the more I dive into them. But I just can't live by it. You can't live by something. Everything in excess is not good for you, no matter what it is. Unless how you doing? But yeah, man. So it's just as a Yankee fan, brother. It's just rough to continue and see this team go to these summer swoons, like Yankee Slump point out. And again, I see 8+ in here. Smack that like, please. Hit that sub if you haven't. If you're, I gotta do that. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do a couple more videos, but I'm really trying to do this more and more. It obviously has to be earlier. But yeah, man. Then we got tomorrow. I wanted to do 30 minutes. I'm going in here now 40. So tomorrow I'll be on All Rise at 11 a.m. at NYY Underground with Pete again and Francis. If you guys rewatch this and want to hear more, go over to NYY Underground on the Bronx or Nothing. I went over this. No, what you doing in my background, brother? They're going to be like, why is your son awake at 2 in the morning, kid? What are you doing, man? What are you just playing? Come over here. Come over here. That's my son. So yeah, man, it's just If you want to see more, you just go to NYY Underground, Bronx or Nothing. Victor was there. A couple of guys were over there. Where we went and we talked about everything. Volpe, possibilities at Clark Schmidt, all that stuff. So if you want more, go over there. It's just I don't want to go into this kind of the same thing we've been talking about already. We did it at Bronx or Nothing, and I'm trying to think if anything that I didn't say there that I wanted to cover. You all right, bro? Quita la ropa que está ahí. But yeah, man. So I'm trying to. I mean, yeah, Jason. Somebody just so Jason with another 4 hits. He's now at a 750 OPS. Stole the bag today. It looked amazing too, running from first to home on the double, and scoring on that base hit. I think from second as well. So I mean, Jason is just an electric guy to watch. It sucks that I get that Grisham is hitting and so is Bellinger and everybody, but I feel like this is one of the guys that you have to figure out how to give him more at bats, just like Ben Rice. You got to figure it out some way, somehow. The future is with those guys, and if those guys are producing, you should pour into those guys. You want them to develop and to work and to be around. They're surrounded by guys like Goldie and Giancarlo and all that good stuff. So it's just Victor says every year we always have the same discussion beyond this. I mean, yeah, man. Like last year, Verdugo. By the way, let me point that out for you guys because I said this to Pete and he didn't believe it. Hold on. So I went here, outside of average, position. We're just going to do left field update. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys right here. One second. All right, look at this. So this is Savant. I go ahead and I put outside of average. As left fielders, Isaac is number 1. Harrison Bader on number 2. Even Alexander Canary, remember him with the Mets? We're gonna go down here. 33 left fielders. Jason is 29th, right? Now, mind you, these guys are all -4, so it's like Benintendi, who was a Yankee as well, Jordan Beck, Michael Conforto, those guys, Jose Altuve, who's learning how to play left field, by the way. But these guys are all averaging -4 outs above average. So if Jason goes up to -3, then he'll be on top of all these guys, or -2, he'll be sharing it with it. You see how close this can get if you're hovering around the middle, or -1 or -2. So people love to use this as this is like, oh, just because this guy's here, he sucks, like he can't catch. No, well, this guy had a phenomenal year last year. And he's here, Jaron Duran. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Alex Verdugo. He's here. Got DFA'd by the Atlanta Braves. Gavin Lux and Elliot Ramos. All those guys are worse than Jason Dominguez and the outfield. And I was told that he was the worst and that he can't catch and he's going to drop every fly ball thrown to him because some scout told Michael K that shit. Now let's do all outfielders because why not? Let's update that shit. Shout out to PCA and Rafaela. Them dudes are fucking insane out there. But all right, so let's go all the way down because supposedly he's the worst. I was told he's the worst outfielder in baseball. Is he the worst outfielder in baseball? Is he? Who's this guy? The $50 million man? Nope. Castellanos, Teoscar, Ramos again, Kershid, George Springer, who killed the Yankees. You think anybody's talking about Springer's defense over there in Toronto with the series he just had? Now, granted, yes, Jason is not hitting this way, but kid has a really big ceiling, and if he would just get some consistency, maybe in a couple of years, we're talking about Jason just going berserk, right? Blade, Verdugo and Jarrett again. Stowers, Brian Reynolds, who the Yankees, who a lot of people wanted the Yankees. I'm sorry, a lot of fans wanted Yankees to trade Jason for. He's a worse defender than Jason. Than Jason is over here. Joshua Palacios and Nolan Jones. And then you got Jason again. So out of all outfielders, Jason is 91st. All right. Let me just go. I just want to see shortstops before I get out of here. Trey Turner. Look at that. Trey Turner, man. Antonio Volpe. -2. He's 26th out of all shortstops. Outs above average. So that, my friend, is a little bit. Hey, T-Riv, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, Grisham is playing the guy who's playing every day out of everybody. So it's funny to see that. So, so the whole Jason can't catch and Jason's blind. Remember that? And Michael K talking about a scout said Jason's never played defense. There's a handful, including one that gets paid a lot. That's a bad defense. Now, yes, some of those guys, their offense is off the charts, but Jason, this is his first year, guys. So we gotta take it easy. Let him develop in the majors, because I mean, as you saw today, he can have nights like this. He got it started with the triple, and then the Yankees had another 2 hits after that, which was nice to see. You got to be able to string in a couple of hits. I'm still a firm believer of that. I get that the team that hits the most home runs always ends up winning the ball game. I get that argument. I understand it. I'm not disagreeing with it. But it's always nice to have balance, and it's nice to know that your team can also fabricate runs here or there. So that's all I'm saying. All right, guys. So I told you guys it was going to be half an hour. I gave you guys 45 minutes. Like I said, go out NYY Underground and check that out. Thank you guys for your patience. I know it's been a month since I've been back on here. I really got to try and do these once a week or twice a week when I can. The first couple of times I did it, we had a lot more people in here, and especially it was like around 10 or 11, 2 a.m. I don't expect to have a lot of people, but I barely sleep, so at this time I would just be scrolling through more numbers and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody. Thank you. Hit that sub if you haven't, if you see this later. And please go check Bronx or Nothing at NYY Underground, which we did a much better coverage. T-Riv, I know you're working late and you work that shift and all that stuff, but I literally was just been on for about 50 minutes now, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to cut it off here because I got to wake up early because we're going to do All Rise at 11, and then we got 4th of July, so we got to get ready for some barbecue and some beer, right? So see you guys tomorrow later at All Rise, and have a good weekend. If I don't speak to you guys, let's go Yankees. Let's take at least 2 from 3 from the Mets. The sweep will be beautiful. Since the Mets aren't playing their best baseball, but maybe, like I said before, the Mets see that the Yankees are in town, and they're going to play better than what they've played before because it's the Yankees, and Soto said so, and his mom. So thank you guys so much. Take it easy. It's always a pleasure. Late night with Kev. It's been real. Peace out, my friend.